How y'all doing, baby? It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and it's time for another Blue Dot family meeting. I'm sorry I missed Sunday. There's no excuses for it, just life in general. Anyway, Dorothy Tyndall was the first one to jump in, followed by Trudy Baxter, Kelly Harris, Jeanette Miller. Sam is with us. Thank goodness. Benny Hartelman is here. Jenny Love, Debbie Capran, Roger Himmelwright. Everybody's here. Sammy Marcy, Mishichik. Thank you very much, darling. She's anyway. Linda Gallup, Denise Holt, Big Johnson's in the room. So what more can you ask for? And that's Serrano, Kelly Harris, Nikki Oliver, Linda Karsten. Got a lot of names in here. Bruce Beach, Bruce Preston, David Ritchie, Linda Ace Vita, Linda's here from Seattle. Don't worry, baby. It's just me. Jay Noswick is here. Cam Search. Everybody's here. Let me get on down here to the bottom where we will not get started. Anyway, what's going on in the news? There was so much to rant about today. There was so much running in my head with what he's done in the last several days. Today, wake up, he put a funding freeze on everything. Federal funding freeze on everything. Nobody gets shit. Thank goodness a judge has already put a stay on that, but only until Monday, baby. Only until Monday. You throw into account everything he's done since he came in, and you could be left with no other conclusion as this is a direct assault on our system of government, on the way this country has functioned for generations, how we've moved forward. This looks like a big step backwards, baby. It's a power grab. He is trying to create as much hate, discontent, and confusion out here as he possibly can. You conquer, you divide, you conquer. All upset. Well, we can't afford that shit. I'm upset. Hell, I got lots of reasons to be upset. I got lots of reasons not to give a shit anymore. But I can't do that. And neither can you. This resistance that we built up during his first term, and that continued all the way through the Biden administration because of his bullshit. Well, he's back, baby. And he's back with a vengeance, and that's exactly what he's out for. Revenge. He's out for the power grab, to try to destroy the institutions that we live by, to tear it all down. Sort of like the Reichstag when it got burned down in the 1930s. Yeah, there's a pattern here. Conquer and divide is the oldest strategy in the book, baby. And that's what he's trying to do. But his little foray into shutting everything down is not only going to affect the people he hates, it's going to affect the people that supported him. I wonder what these people are going to think when he cuts subsidies, when he cuts any kind of assistance, any kind of college programs, any kind of anything. Will they stay with him? Will they continue to hold him up as the crown leader, the crown of this country, the grand poobah? I don't know what he wants to be called. You're right, Greg Hughes. It's going to be a long 2 years, baby. It's going to be a long 2 years before the midterms, before we have a chance to correct the mistake that this country has made by putting the Republicans in charge of everything. They are nothing but a rubber stamp to him now. There is no opposition to anything he wants to do within the Republican Party. They've lost their way, baby. They've sold it all to a golden calf. I'm struggling. I'm struggling hard dealing with the loss of my wife and what that means after 48 years. So yeah, I got a lot of reasons I could just fucking quit. But as hard as it is to go on, that's exactly what I have to do. That's exactly what we all have to do. I'm not the only one in this family that has suffered loss recently. Not the only one in this family that has serious concerns over what's going to happen in my life. There's more that binds us together than just this asshole. And I just want to say I'm thankful as hell for this Blue Dot family. And a bunch of other mushy shit. Anyway. Hi, Miss Chick.
Boy, howdy shit, John.
Boy, howdy shit. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
For several reasons. One, shit. But shit. Two, we hit 60,000 subscribers.
We did. I noticed that. I noticed it right before I came on here. When I went to YouTube to turn it on to get ready, I said, "Oh, look at there."
We hit thank 60, every 000. Single one of them.
Every thank single you. One of them. And not only for following this family, for being a part of this family, but if I know if you're listening to me, you're listening to others. Mm-hmm. And right now, that's damn well important because John's has got his shit together. So I encourage you, things like the Midas Touch Network or Tennessee Brando or Robin Kincaid or just anybody you pick to stay involved, to stay informed. You know, somebody wrote today that she's having a hard time between staying informed and remaining sane.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah. It's a bit much to handle.
It is a bit much.
But we've been through shit before. We've been through harder shit before. So
I found a poem today.
Really?
It is a recent poem by Allison Lutterman. I found it on rattle.com. Anyways. It's called Praise the Broken Promise of America.
Oh.
Praise deep mineral veins under rich dirt and fossilized remains of dinosaurs turning themselves into gas for our benefit. Praise the exhausted earth, miles and miles of subsidized corn and cattle blowing from their hellholes in automated milking barns. Praise farm workers raising before dawn their sore backs and aching knees. Praise the myths that drew them here, stories eagerly consumed when there was nothing to eat but faith. Praise the courage of the reverend who looked the dragon in the eye and preached mercy. Praise whatever hidden waterways are still pristine. Praise music that refused to play at the funeral of democracy and the killing cold that swept through Washington when the fake Pope took power. Praise drag queens and lipstick lesbians, boys who are girls and girls who are lions, butch women wearing tool belts, and all the music theater nerds who are even now building new passageways, mapping the next underground railroad, and suiting up to be conductors. Oh, everybody get on board. This train will chug quietly across the Great Plains and over rocky Sierras into the desert where people still leave bottles of water and packets of food for the desperate who have always been the lifeblood of this nation. It will stop in obscure hamlets to pick up fugitives with tears tattooed on their cheeks and fraying backpacks overspilling with contraband books. Praise the weirdos, because if anyone can save us, it will be us. And praise all the glittering illusions we gawked at, ignoring our own neighbors in favor of a 24-hour peep show on the internet. Praise the convict firefighters on the front lines in LA, battling the insurmountable for $10 a day. We gambled our future for a hot air balloon with a hole in it. Praise our reckless hubris and the infinite distractions of the hall of mirrors we find ourselves in now. And bless our overwhelmed brains, scurrying like mice for shelter. Bless our collective rage, and protect the officers who stood up on January 6th and now see their attackers roaming the streets like rabid dogs. Oh, bless the animals we have always been in our coats and shoes and clumsy language. Bless our willful ignorance, so enormous, so world altering, that like the Great Wall of China, it can be seen from outer space, where the gods are shaking their heads even now, in pity and in awe.
That is fantastic. Who wrote that?
Allison Lutterman.
Allison Letterman.
Lutter, Lutter, Lutterman, M-A-N.
Letterman. I'm sorry.
That's
What
okay.
powerful words.
Yeah,
What a statement of our time.
yeah.
Can you post that somewhere?
Maybe.
Or send me a copy. That is
Maybe.
inspiring. It speaks a lot.
It does.
This is going to be a test, baby. This is on another level. His plans, his dreams, whatever he's got in store. It's going to challenge not only our system, our way of life here. He's trying to impact it around the world. You know, it pulled out of the World Health Organization. Really? How in the hell does that help? It doesn't. It doesn't. He doesn't care. He wants power. He wants a government that is fearful of him, and a populace that is just too tired to resist, that gives up with all the bullshit stacked one on top of another. That we get tired and we give up. As tired as we can get, we can't afford to give up. Like I said, others before us had much more difficult times, maybe, and they didn't give up.
Yeah. Yeah, but it sort of felt like, and I understand that they're exhausted too, but it felt like some of our senators were giving up, and I just can't imagine being in that hall of horror every day, to tell you the truth.
Congress is.
But yeah, we want them to just say no, 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 no to everything, everything. Just say no. Don't try and make any compromises with these people. It's not going to work. And right now, Trump doesn't even care if half of what he's doing goes anywhere. He's just like you always say,
a lot of that.
throwing
Yes.
shit at the wall, right?
Just throwing shit at the wall, see whatever sticks, whatever he throws up there is going to upset people. Look what he just did.
The other part that I was thinking about today was, because the first response is, well, that's not legal. That word legal pops up, right?
Yeah, there you go. It's not constitutional.
Legal means law, means lawyers. And then all of a sudden you have judges and different people saying, oh, 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 and they start doing the legal schmiegel stuff and throwing that around. Do you think it's more about seeing every area of resistance in terms of, which judges are going in which direction, which group of lawyers is being on which side? It's all a test. It's all a test. Everything's a test with this. It really is.
It will be. Everything for the next 4 years. If we last that long, like I said, we got the midterms coming. And like I said the other day, our political season starts the day it ends. It never ends.
It does. It does. In fact,
it goes on.
One of my senators
wears you out.
Just said he is not going to run. He is not going to run next. I think he's due in 26 to for re-election, and he's nope. Gary Peters has said I'm done, and it was a surprise to everybody. I'm done. So now everybody's scrambling for that seat, and it was thrown out there and asked whether Pete, because Pete is in Michigan, Pete Buttigieg, whether or not he might be interested in running for that Senate seat. And he said, I might think about it. I'll consider thinking about it.
He should.
So, should. Well, I thought he was going to maybe run for governor, which was what everybody was speculating. But, now he's got some bigger decisions.
Now he's got Senate.
Yeah.
Well, good. Well, hey, let me catch up real quick and thank Right Plight. Right, where's my finger? Oh, Right Plight, who came in with $2 Canadian and said it only took 7 days for a judge to say no. But the judge only said no till Monday.
But it took a whole 7 days.
Yeah, it took a whole 7 days. Silly Bebo came in with a $2 donation. So we are all glad and grateful that you are here. Baby, I should be donating to you because I'm so grateful y'all are here. I am. I am. I am because I had a hard fucking time on Sunday and I just came this fucking close to just stopping. Just stopping.
1 minute at a time sometimes,
Can't
John.
do
1
that.
minute at a
Can't
time.
do that. I have a Blue Dot family here that has put so much faith in me, has been stood by me for going on 9 years. Shit. Anyway,
All that mushy stuff, and
yeah.
I also have
all that mushy shit.
Shifty Lincoln in comments from your rant the other day dropped $2 and said Fred Trump should have worn a condom.
Do what now? Say that again.
Shifty Lincoln left $2 in comments and had said Fred Trump should have worn a condom.
There you go. Yeah.
Well, safe sex, Fred. Should have happened.
Should have happened, but it didn't. And now we're stuck with the results of that. But man, I'm telling you, he is he's gone off the deep end. Anyway, Patty, how in the hell are you doing?
Man, can I double up on that boy howdy shit?
Boy howdy shit. Yeah.
Boy howdy shit.
Yeah. What a run, huh?
Are you shitting me?
What's that?
With a hefty "you're shitting me."
Yeah.
Are you shitting me?
Are you shitting me? He's going at he's doing as much as he's throwing everything out there. He is going to try to just put a wrench into every process in this country.
Yeah, just like Project 2025 told us it was going to be.
Hey, imagine that. Imagine that.
Yeah.
All these executive orders, the wording and the typing, the placement, it's almost like they just copy and paste it right out of the playbook.
Well, he didn't read it. He didn't read it.
Yeah, he can't read, so
he doesn't believe in it, and all that shit that he said before.
He's up there asking his guy, what does this mean after he signs it?
Yeah. Because he doesn't give a shit. Because he's not the guy in charge. Because he's not the guy in charge.
He just wants to get back to that golf course. That's his whole goal.
That's it.
They're all down in Florida right now.
He wants all this publicity first, though. He wants all this publicity, looking to get him. Well, everybody's going to be talking about Donnie and everything. And then, he wants to fade into the golf course. But all of this isn't just him. There's some of it in there, like the Gulf of America shit, that kind of shit. That's Donnie. Everything else, you can bet your ass that there's people behind the scenes of him just cranking away. And most of them are probably from Project 2025. So, because that's where everything looks like it's going.
Mid-'80s. Yeah, they've been cranking with old Newton the boys since the mid-'80s, and they finally got their little figurehead in office that they can manipulate. And boy, old Putin is sure happy. I'll tell you what,
Don't you know? Don't you know? He's laughing his ass off right now.
I think Netanyahu's kind of happy too. I don't know.
Yeah, Netanyahu's tickled to shit. What was it Trump said? He just wants to get rid of all the Palestinians, split them up between Jordan and Egypt, and just clean the whole place out.
Clean the whole place out.
I'm telling you, I've been saying it for years and years. That two-state solution shit is just bullshit that they feed the public. Like, we're working on this big deal. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's all been bullshit. There is no two-state solution when you have one country that's already overrun everything else. Gaza and the West Bank. They own it all. River to the sea, baby. So get off of this shit that there's some kind of solution out there. Because there ain't.
Piece of land that's been fought over for the past 8,000 years.
You think they're gonna stop now? No. No, they're not gonna stop.
It gives them a reason to kill each other, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
it's
you know,
sad.
rationalizations and justifications go a long way for the addicted mind. And, you know,
Yeah.
I've had some pretty good luck the past few months in flipping some of my friends, flipping a red hat here and there, you know, but this is, you know, the folks around me at least are really emboldened and not taking anything for advice or any talking points. And, you know, it's tough because, you know, denial.
It's funny. Everybody around me drank the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody
And
around
even
me
some of the
drank the
folks I
Kool-Aid.
flipped have gone back and put their red hats back on because of the
And-
emboldenment, you know, because of the J6 and these assholes getting released and the empowerment that it brings to them, you know.
Yeah, made them heroes. You know, that's what he did. That's what he did. He held up the January 6th convicted felons above the law, the police, above the law. Put them above the law officers that were challenged that day.
Yeah.
That
He
blew
wants
my
to make
ass.
them the heroes because they worship him. It's all about him. Everything is about worshiping the what is what they call Kim Jong Un?
Dear
Uh,
leader.
dear leader, the dear leader. That's what he wants, and he ain't gonna
I
stop
really
till
like
he gets it. You know, you
King
already got
Kong
people
didn't
out
win.
there talking about trying to introduce shit to give him another term. This is
Yeah, right.
just, yeah, it's ridiculous.
And then 2 days later, they have to reword it so Obama can't be part of that third term.
Yeah, oh yeah, they had to precisely word it so Obama could not come in. I wish that man could come in. I wish that man could come in. Hey, let me send out a quick thank you to Lisa Lovely, LPA, who came in with a $2 donation and said, fuck the felon 47. Well, she didn't really say that. She said F, $, and K. So it just optically says, fuck Trump. And Peter came in with a $50 donation and said, Trump complaining about the border criminals and releases 1,500 terrorists. No shit.
Mhm.
No shit. Complaining about migrants being criminals and coming across the border. He's letting them out, the homegrown terrorists.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, think
He
about
already
that
got one
shit.
back in jail, and the one got shot. But I don't.
It's
he just
all
let
optics. You know, I've seen a story about the photo op of them lining migrants up onto a C-130 or whatever it was. You know, that look here, Trump's doing the business, and then it got that whole thing with Colombia and shit. It's optics. Now Trump bullied the shit out of Colombia and got Colombia to back down, but I don't think we've seen the end of this shit. I, you know, it's the world has to stand up to his ass, not just us in this country. The world has to stand up to his ass. And let me thank Gregory Brown, who just came in with $20 and said he serves up fries. McDee's has an E. coli outbreak. He wants to mess with the Gulf and the coast turns into the ring of ice. He has never left anything he touches intact. He does it. He destroys everything. That I got that conversation today. You look at his whole history as nothing but a series of construction projects that where he had nothing but lawsuits. Every contractor that ever worked for his ass, every working man that ever worked for his ass had to take him to court to get fucking paid. And yet he's the champion of the working man. Are you shitting me? He's violating. He's a salesman. He hawks everything, and he's not going to stop doing that either. He'd sell the fucking White House if he could.
And we saw how
Pieces
he
of-
does that. He takes everything to court. He complains that
Yes.
the product wasn't. It was inferior. They didn't do what I asked them to do.
Yeah,
Blah blah blah.
Yeah. Oh, he'd
Not
tie it up in
court.
court. You would have to, if you were a contractor trying to get your money out of him, you're going to lose all your money just in court fees and lawyer fees and shit that it takes to get your money. That's his theory. That was his plan of attack, his modus operandi, his business.
Scam, scam, scam.
Yeah, nothing but a
Yeah.
scam. And he scammed the American people.
Mhm.
And
Some of them, not all of us.
Not all of us. Not all of us, baby. What's
I
that old
invoke
saying?
it.
You can fool some of the people some of the time.
Yeah.
All the people some of the time. Some of the people some of the all the time. Ah,
Yeah,
it's
not
something like that. But you can't fool
anybody.
all the people all the time, and that's us. We've stood firm for 9 fucking years over this shit.
Mhm.
Think I'm going to back down now? No, baby. We've got to do some brainstorming. We have to come up with with ways that we're going to attack this, because we can't be silent about this shit. We can't turn
And
a
I was
blind
pretty
eye.
optimistic for a little while there. I really did think, that Kamala and man, the hope was there, right? It was there,
Yeah.
but man, it's the tough times that get us. It's the tough times that make us what we are. That
It is.
it is the
It is.
steel that sharpens the steel, and
Yeah.
It is. It's
But the cautionary tale is, and I know a lot of people want us to or think we should go out and protest in mass. No, that's what he wants. He wants a reason to call out the National Guard,
that's true.
call
That's
out the
true.
troops against us. That's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. Not going to
Hey,
give him a
This
reason
fight,
to play
this
that.
fight has to be in the halls of Congress.
Yes.
But that starts with us.
And here
That's
on the
the
internet.
whole do for two. Call a friend, write a letter, talk to your congressman, write your senator. These are
Or
all
write
things
somebody
that we've done
senator.
all the
Doesn't have to be
time.
your senator. Tell somebody
What's
that
that?
you think they think. Call some other senator. Tell them you think
Yeah.
you don't.
Doesn't have to be
Yeah,
your senator.
let 'em
Hell,
know.
write a letter to all of them.
Yeah.
That's
and
not
go
a
to
bad idea.
moveon.org and sign petitions. If you could
Sign
sign 3
petitions.
petitions a day, it only takes 5 minutes and it goes a long ways. It's the voice, the collective squeak that gets the grease, right? The squeaky wheel gets the grease,
it.
and the
Yep.
squeakier we get, the
If
better,
nothing
in my
else, they
opinion.
know
We
that
got-
we're listening. See what
We
they're
have to
doing.
be mighty damn squeaky nowadays. We
But
really
But they
do.
have a mandate, so we can't, buck against the mandate.
Well, we can, but we can
Yeah.
do it carefully
Well-
in a manner that doesn't get us hurt and gets heard.
All right. Well, hold on to your britches. Hello, Dave.
Yep. How you going, guys? How's things in America? What's
Yeah.
happening over there? Any
Not
news?
a thing, Dave. Nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Everything's over here just hunky dory, just peaches and
Yeah.
cream, rainbows, and unicorns and shit.
Okay, let's
How's thing in
talk about
Australia?
Good. We've combated anything happening like what's happening in America over here. We've put a $20,000 limit on political donations.
Oh,
So no one or anyone can donate any more than $20,000 to any party. So corruption cannot get involved. But
yeah. You have a
we're
limit
pretty tough here
on how long a primary or an election season is.
Well,
I
our
know I
election
don't know
season
about
only
that
runs
in
for-
Australia, but I know in other places. We're the only country that has a 24-hour, 365-day a year campaign going on for
Well,
president
we
or
run
Congress.
about a 3-month system
Yeah.
here. They can
Mhm.
start about 3 months ahead. They can have little things, but they can't have campaigning and all the full blown bullshit for at least 3 months prior to the election. And there's none of this stuff that you have, the big rallies and all that. It's just you over in America make it like a circus because you treat your famous people, and you got to say Trump was a famous person before he became president or run for president, but you treat your famous people like they're all gods, your movie stars and your
Yeah.
sports stars, and what that does is that gives them a bigger voice than they're entitled to have, and it becomes dangerous. That where their opinion
And that's where we're
creates
at
a
right
cult,
now.
a cult of personality. I mean, with your situation, if it talks like a Nazi, if it acts like a Nazi, if it walks like a Nazi, and it hangs around with other Nazis, it's a fucking Nazi. And
When did you bring Elon Musk into the conversation?
well, Elon Musk comes in
Yeah.
with the Blitzkrieg.
Isn't he? Yes. Yes, he's
the
over there
Blitzkrieg
addressing
began.
the extreme right wing party in Germany. I can't remember the name of it. It's
And
3
get
letters.
over the Holocaust.
Yeah, get over the Holocaust. Don't worry about that. Don't pay attention to your past history. Forget about that stuff.
Alright.
It's happened. It's over. Let's move on to the same thing. That's the problem. That
Why
right
aren't we
wing.
gonna Or
What
Huh?
concerns me is the
We've got a
release
culture-
of all those J6 people. You know what they are, don't you? You know what they're going to become. They are going to become the brown shirts. They're going to become the goon squad that goes out and like
That's
the
what I
what have
said.
they got now?
If you think those
The,
people
the,
were going to be released and go home and fade into obscurity and just go back to their jobs and all that, no, they've got a taste of celebrity. They're heroes to the right, to the maggot crowd, to Trump.
but they'll be
They're
Trump's
heroes.
strong arm. They'll be his
Yes,
strong arm.
yeah, the
They'll
ones that
be
will
the.
do anything for him.
I mean, look what he done to Rachel Maddow yesterday. He put a target on her back. He got on and berated her on X, and now she has a target on her back. This
Jim
man
Acosta
is
too.
a sick.
Yeah.
Well, Jim Acosta moved sideways. I don't think he got sacked. He got moved to a job within the late night circuit, like a midnight show or something.
Yeah,
didn't
they wanted to move him to the midnight show, and Jim Acosta has a
think
big following.
Didn't he
He
resign?
wasn't
though?
he wasn't towing the Trump line like CNN wants to do, I guess.
Yeah.
I have lost
I
my
don't
faith
know.
in CNN. I have. I've gone full-fledged
Well, he
MSNBC
abused
because I don't
CNN.
want to listen to more bullshit from CNN.
Yeah, I don't
But
listen.
he accused CNN. Last night, he accused CNN and MSNBC as being low rating television stations, basically, that are going to go out of business. That's a threat. That was a threat. You're going to go out of business.
Well, look what
Meaning,
the White House
hey,
press briefing did today. Who was the first
I
one they
didn't
called
see
on?
it.
Breitbart? Really?
Yeah.
Breitbart?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
first one they called a question on. You know where that's going. You know where it's going.
Another
You know?
softball.
But what I want to know is, and I'm not seeing enough yelling and jumping up and down, but what annoys me is that Trump ran on not, he ran on cheap food, cheap fuel, the old swamp thing, and doing the right thing by the people, what the people wanted. They were concerned with the prices and the price of eggs, right? But what he's done, he's lost jobs. He's cancelled so many programs that's lost people employment, even the infrastructure programs. But he didn't run on invading Panama. He didn't run on invading Canada. He didn't run on invading Greenland or Mexico. He didn't run on changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America, which Google has agreed to do, and threaten his allies. This guy's run. I mean, where's the what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think it's out there, Dave. But the problem is the information machine is not showing this to the other side, and they're so ingrained in this short form content that they're only focusing on what's going on in the here and now, and they will rationalize and justify and back this man to the gates of hell. And
Yep.
Oh, look at the inauguration. The four people directly behind him, because when you have this inauguration, the people you place on the stage behind you in their position is a position of power, or what you think of them, or the respect you have for them. And right behind him was the four most richest men in the fucking world that control 100%
Because that's
of
what's
your
important to
information.
him.
what's
That's
wrong? You
what's
don't like
important.
capitalism?
How many
What,
black people
you
were
don't like
in that?
None.
Oh,
There
you
was
don't
no
like
black,
what,
no
Federal Day for
black
to
people.
make money? Yeah. Those guys, those four men are worth more than half of all American citizens combined.
And it's not all they want. They want more. They want more.
But did you see there was no colored people on the whole stage behind
No.
him?
That's always obvious.
With South Indiana.
It's really the White House, isn't it, guys?
Are you
Yeah.
suggesting something there, Dave?
I'm suggesting it's
That he
full
might be a
Nazi party. I
racist?
mean,
That he might be a
well,
misogynist? That he might be. Yeah,
that comes
he's
under the
all those
umbrella of,
ists.
but that comes under the umbrella of Nazism. The whole thing is
Go
Nazism.
figure. Yeah. Which is
go figure.
exactly where he wants to take this damn country. Tell
Well,
me he doesn't. He wants to be a full blown out fascist. He wants complete control of this country. And he is doing that in nature of putting loyalists to him in every system. Cash Patel, really?
I
Really?
think he's running. It feels like he's running a coup, still running a coup but he's running the coup on the Constitution.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You know,
Yes, he is. He's putting he's assaulting the Constitution with everything he's got. He's again keeping with the concept to throw everything at the fucking wall and see what sticks and see what the news picks up to talk about. That's how we ended up talking about how Greenland might become a.
Right.
You know, he said it. Next thing you knew, the news is justifying it. Well, you know, there's good reason, Bob, to be able to take that. We've got, yeah, what? What the
Well,
hell is this country going to become
you know,
under
the
this
quickest way to get
this regime? Ah,
Well,
shit.
he's been talking about taking us out of NATO for how many years? And what's the easiest way to do that rather than
Oh,
just withdrawing it, withdrawing our
he's
support?
going to do
How
the
about
same thing he
threatening
did
one
before.
of
He's going
our
to walk
allies?
around NATO and start kicking knees, buddy. He is going to
Well, he
start
already is.
demanding things.
You know,
Yeah,
you know,
you bet
look
your
out
ass.
for our beef, friend.
And
I'll
it'll
be-
You know the
fall
last-
into the maggot, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
They'll
he's sowing
applaud the shit out of it.
distrust among our allies, and they're going to not want us around if they can't trust us.
Yeah.
the
No,
last
they're already boasting.
person-
Look, Denmark increased their military spending by 2%. Yeah, because you're threatening to take fucking Greenland. Yeah,
Yeah.
asshole. Anyway, Kirk,
the
Hey,
sorry,
how are you
sorry,
doing?
just let me get this in my thought in. The
Okay,
last
go ahead.
person that didn't recognize a person that was born in that country as a citizen of that country, which every
Was who?
country in the world recognized it, was Hitler.
Go figure, Dave. Go figure. Yeah, they want to.
I'm going to keep pointing to Hitler all the time because everything points back
Because
to
that's
Hitler
who
about
he
this, and
is.
and
That's
we've
who
got
he
to keep it in the
emulates.
people's minds.
That's who he
Yes.
worships. You
Okay.
can't see the fucking handwriting on the wall with his shit. It pisses me off. They got. Anyway,
Yeah, you know,
Kirk.
yeah. Well, that's been my sentiment here lately. I've struggled to get on here and raise my hand because I've been from sad to angry to just twisted up like a pretzel, man. And
Yeah. I can relate.
you know,
I can relate.
this trifecta that they have, if for not this trifecta that they have right now, this man has already committed impeachable offenses.
Yes.
absolutely.
I mean,
Yes.
this is outrageous. This judge today that put a stay on this federal freeze that he imposed. Thank goodness we bought some time here, but I texted my mother and I said, you need to call your mother's nursing home right now and figure out what's going on, because they had fucking Medicare pay portals locked down across the
Yes.
country today after he imposed that freeze.
Yeah.
This
course, that
puts
was just a
elderly
mistake.
This
You
puts
know.
elderly people on the fucking streets.
Do you think
This
he
puts
has a
my
problem
two
with that?
grandbabies-
He doesn't.
Nope.
He doesn't have a problem with that.
Right.
That's he. Oh man.
Pay no
Did you
attention
see
to the
he
people
just
who are
sacked
fucking-
the DOJ just sacked all the investigators on Trump's when he was investigated for these previous crimes. They've all just been sacked. That would happen today. The investigators that were investigating Trump during
Oh.
the Trump investigations, they've all been sacked today. There'll
Yeah.
be wrongful dismissals there.
Oh, there's
That-
also a special investigation going on, Dave.
Oh,
A
right, okay.
special project to investigate the investigators that investigated January 6th and him.
Oh yes, yeah.
Everybody.
His ego. Got to fix his
He's
ego.
yeah. It's going to be a purge of anybody
Yep.
that
Pretty much.
did
Got to plant
anything.
loyalists in there, cause
Yes.
God,
Yes.
you can't have
Pretty
this
sure
happen
that-
again where
It's,
people go against
it's a
us.
full frontal attack on our whole system of government right now, right down to our Constitution. He doesn't give two shits about that Constitution. He hasn't read it. I'm sure he's never read it. Why would he read it? He wouldn't believe in it.
kind of like the Bible.
Yeah, it's just like the Bible. He'll hold it upside down in front of a church or something, you know. But that's what it that's the sad part, because a lot of them, that's all it takes. Hold up a Bible, hold up a flag. Oh, I'm on that board. You know, I'm a patriot too. Are you really? Are you fucking really? I don't think so. I don't think so. This country's come a
noticed that
long
same-
way.
Watching guys
Mm.
like the Good Liars, watching guys like Luke Beasley and these men on the
Yes.
street videos. These folks, these MAGA
Oh, I
folks
love the
are
good
in
liars.
They
always
are
put a
in
smile on
love
my
with
face.
Donald Trump. And when's the last time in any politics worldwide that we've heard a politician say, "I love you" to the populace, to the point that they say, "I love you" to dear leader?
Well, we've seen it in history. That's what's sad is we've
North
seen
Korea.
this in history.
Even
Doesn't
Putin
take-
didn't pull that shit. But boy, Kim Jong's definitely love the they love the "I love you" aspect of politics.
That's what I say. He wants the
appeal
power
to
of Putin and the adulation that Kim Jong Un gets. That's what Donald Trump wants. He wants that to be that all powerful entity within the United States and the world.
Well, he's
He
never been
wants that
loved in his whole
adulation.
life.
He
you know?
really wants that adulation, man.
He's had to buy admiration, and now he's
People like
buying love.
us, oh, we're on the wrong list, baby. Every one of us. I am.
Did you also
I'm proud to be on any
realise that
fucking list he's got.
you
Yeah.
realise
Well,
that Musk is such a danger that he's got the ability, which is also a danger with this Starlink crap, because he can shut most military operations down if they haven't got backup. But he can also set up algorithms within the computer system. Sounds like Google are happy to be friends with Trump
Right?
by agreeing to change the name
Yeah,
of the Gulf.
change the name of
but
Gulf Mexico to
Musk-
Gulf America.
Musk,
Going back to Mount
Musk has
McKinley
got the
too.
Musk has got the ability to build algorithms and install them within Google that can affect so much in the world in a negative way, in the way of
Yeah.
elections and information. The whole world's got a problem
The
here,
control
guys,
of
because of
information.
information. Yes,
And that's what
Yeah.
Donnie
Yeah.
wants to do. He wants to control the information that we get as American people, as citizens.
and what's information? It's power.
Power.
Control
Power.
the narrative.
That's it.
Step 2
That's
of
it.
divide and conquer.
Yes.
That's why
Yes.
in the Roman days, the kings and queens, they only gave the information to the people. Anyone else below them that gave information to the people or what was supposed to be delivered by the king was murdered or killed or executed. I mean, the ruler gave you what you need to know and told you what you need
The
to know.
crime of empathy. Yes. Yes, who said that? Cats, Amanda, and friends. The crime of empathy, somehow they say now. Jesus was a woke liberal. Oh, don't be bringing that guy into the picture there with all of his be
Got nothing
kind
to
and to
do with
give a quarter of your field and all that stuff. No, we're going back to the hell and damnation because fear
I'm still
sells a
looking for
whole
those
lot
verses
better
in
than
the Bible
empathy
there that
does.
say something about kick your neighbor when he's down,
Yeah,
pull ladders, punch
Take his
down.
property too. Whatever. It's a fucking
Dehumanize,
liberal anyway.
defame, debase. Yeah, I still can't find those words in that book.
Yeah, well, yeah, keep digging. There's something in there, I'm sure.
Think about this. Do you think Putin wants Trump to have control of Greenland?
I think
I think let's put it
Trump
this way.
Trump is
Greenland
doing
should-
exactly what Putin wants him to do right now. He wants this in this country. What better time
Of
for Russia
course.
than to see this country be demolished, dismantled?
Ronald Reagan's rolling in his grave.
Yeah, yeah. So is every well,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not that
yeah.
I support the man, but you know what I'm saying? Like he fought tooth and nail against Gorbachev
Yeah.
and to get that wall torn down and for freedom and at least for dignity.
Oh, there you go with
for all of humanity.
that futuristic talk about freedom and
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think
Come on,
he cared
yeah,
about that
that's-
wall,
yeah.
but boy, it was
They'll write
his
about it in the
moment-
history books,
It was a
or
moment of
not,
faith.
or not. What
you
is
know
that old
you know
saying
what
about
boggles
he?
my mind
What?
is we've always known that Trump is all about projection, and he's always said about, oh well, if you elect this person and not me, it's going to be World War III. And I don't think people realize, we do, but not the red hats, that when you invade another NATO ally, you spark what's called Article 5, which means You attack one, you attack all, which
All.
means the U.S. now goes to war with NATO, which in my mind is World War fucking III.
Well, that's Europe. You're going to war with Europe and Asia, and the British Empire. That's who's in NATO.
Yeah,
When the
Europe's
British Empire alone, you got in
He's
the
gonna
British
do-
Empire alone, you've got Canada, Australia, New Zealand. I think there's 7 or 8 countries in the British Empire alone. Then you got the Asian, and then you got the European. You would win the
Yeah.
war. You've got more firepower, but you won't win the economic war. There's
No.
the difference.
You know, no
Because the
time has
world
it been more
competes
important
economically.
since World War II, I guess, that NATO, that the European Union stands firm against this guy. You know, they, you know, if he's allowed to do what he did to Colombia, you know, what?
But you
what
know,
is
the
that?
maggots had already spun that. By last evening, I already had maggots telling me what a win that was for Trump.
Oh,
and
they're
it
going to
took me
play
to
on that, baby.
Explaining the situation. for
Yeah,
at
that's
least
what we
one
do.
of them.
Go down there and kick some ass. We'll take them up. We'll force them down there. Yeah.
And we're
Well,
talking
and if
you know
he
what my
tries to,
question is? What
Huh.
did you win? Ask any red hat that. What did you win? If Trump
Nothing.
won, what did you win?
well, we're getting all the criminals out of America. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
won the right to be
you
an asshole.
know,
on-
I know it's, I can't quote the number, but I know it's like 40-something% of those that have been detained that have committed no crime.
Well, you
the
see,
only
they
crime-
committed a crime the minute that they crossed that border, John.
They crossed the border, which
Right.
was
They
is
crossed
their
the border.
argument. Well, that's a crime right there.
That's
No,
a
they've asked for
misdemeanor.
asylum.
It's a misdemeanor, and most of them have asked for asylum and are not getting their paperwork.
They're playing
because
it
of
all
New
up
York.
as they're
That's in their back-
bloodthirsty criminals, every one of them.
Oh, no, they've
And that's what
tossed
they're
that
trying to
paperwork
paint it
out the
as.
window. Are you kidding me? They aren't gonna have any paperwork. There's no paperwork.
What a story about you're deporting a man that has lived in this country for 30 fucking years, paid taxes, owns a fucking house, sends his
Hasn't-
kids to school. Oh, that's another thing. The school thing. Oh, Oklahoma don't like that shit. Oklahoma's passing a law up there that you're going to have to proof of citizenship to register your kid in school, to take your kid to school. Are you an American? Well, if not, get the fuck out of here. Isn't that great? Oh man, go America. Yeah, fuck. Are you shitting me?
Well, and you know what's crazy?
We will
You
take it down
guys
to that
think of-
level.
Right. Think about this for a second. This guy is talking about fucking unconstitutionally getting rid of birthright citizenship,
Right.
which guess
That's
who was the
existing too.
benefit? Guess who was the beneficiary of
Guess
birthright
who?
citizenship?
Guess who?
Marco fucking Rubio. His Secretary of State came here, born on this soil, but came from asylum-seeking Cuban immigrant parents.
Yeah.
And he's played on that the whole
What-
time he's been. That's how
Right.
what got him
This
This
elected.
guy don't make no sense. He don't make no
Dreamer.
fucking sense.
Now, how did you find that out? How did you find that out?
They just-
I watched a content creator on YouTube that looked into
Right.
Marco Rubio.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, you know,
It wasn't mainstream media, was it?
No,
nope,
you
I
won't
don't
hear
even
that
follow
story
any
on mainstream media.
anymore. I don't follow him anymore.
That's
don't
the
do it.
problem. If that story was on mainstream media, that would affect a lot of people and make them realize.
Exactly.
It's-
Ain't that weird?
Well,
Well,
just
exactly.
talking about content creators, you could expect a whole boatload of them to start popping up on the right wing side over there. Because
Well,
that's part of what.
will you, John?
Huh?
Will John Bridevo may become like in World War II, where how'd they get the information around in World War II? The underground.
The
And
underground.
do we become the underground? How this is all,
That means
you
we'll have
may
to learn how
all
to
these
talk in code.
podcasters,
Yeah.
all these podcasters may be targeted because it's
I
anti-Trump.
believe they will. I
talk.
believe we will. Not that I'm
Shout
on
out
big
to
on the
Food
list.
Liberty.
Believe me, I'm probably a very small blue dot in the grand scheme of content creators on here.
But you're lying to people, John, according to Trump. You're lying and
Of course I am.
destabilizing the government, right? All you podcasters are lying about Trump, so he can't have that. Do you destabilize the country? He's got a reason to shut you down.
That's
This
why I
is a-
said, because in today's press conference with that little lady up there that was, I don't know who her name is yet, was talking that she was wanting to provide or encouraging people to find their content more on social media, on content creators, on Breitbart, on this is what they're
Oh,
they're pushing the
Yeah,
right
I saw
wing.
her literally
Yeah,
spew the lies. She had her
yes,
blueprint of lies that she had to spew.
that's what we're gonna
Yeah.
get.
But see,
I mean
Trump
that
goes out and says,
yeah.
Trump goes out and says, "Oh, I sent the army and we turned the taps on," and people
Yep.
believe that. There's no fucking tap. There's no army there, but people
No,
think
no, oh yeah,
Trump
turn the
sent the
tap on. We
army.
sent the army up there and turned the tap on.
Let's-
Yeah,
let's
there's some guy went
clarify
up there.
that.
I'm surprised there ain't a video out there of some dude walking out there like they did that video on Yosemite with turn the crank and just all the water. It's ridiculous.
The only
Hey,
people that believe that are the 49% of voting people that voted for him.
Yeah, all the ones that were purged off the voting list, like the 3.5 million, didn't probably get to.
Oh,
show their
see,
opinion.
voting is
Three and a
it
half
comes into
million
this shit.
people.
He wants to
3.5 million people.
Keep California from getting aid for the disaster aid unless they pass restrictive voter ID laws. He's tying aid for disaster to a political agenda.
Yeah.
Well, how much more fucking
Blackmail.
disgusting can you get? America,
Blackmail.
maggots.
Kindergarten games. This is kindergarten bullshit. Is what this is. The man is
It is.
infantile egomaniac.
That's where he
with
goes.
sociopathic tendencies.
He plays to the hate. California's been sold as a liberal state. Really, there's a whole lot of fucking Republicans live out there too. But
Yep.
fuck them too because they live in a
A
blue
lot of
state.
rich
So
ones,
hey,
too.
too
A lot of
bad.
rich ones that just got their houses burnt down that voted for him.
Yeah. I think there's going to be a rude awakening within the conservative, whatever. The maggots.
been
You
talking
can't
about the
do
Great
anything about the
Awakening.
maggots. The maggots are going to hold on to him while he picks their pocket every damn day.
Yeah.
They'll buy whatever
even-
fucking watch or whatever kind of bullshit he comes out to sell. They'll all clamor to get it.
Yep. And there's some that
And
are
there's
And there's
realizing
so much.
too, this whole QAnon thing was just a reverse psyop, right? And that they've all been duped. They're finally realizing this shit now, right? The real hardcore ones are starting to believe now that they have been duped by the whole flat Earth thing, the whole distraction game that's been played against them. And that's where it's going to have to start. It's going to have to come from that grassroots of a section of the hardcore red hat.
Yeah,
That
it's going to have to come
that it
from this
comes from that
conservative side of the
deep down
fence.
conspiracy.
This is their
The shit
problem.
that's right in front of your face. Like I said, with addiction,
dog that caught the car.
You're in the game. You don't notice the guy that's selling you the Tootsie Roll, right? But he's selling you 1,000 of them a day, and,
Okay,
and you're
Suzanne.
getting those little hits and those little
Bless
shots
you
of
for doing
dopamine
that,
all
babe.
day long, that oxytocin and that serotonin, and you're keeping
Well,
yourself.
there's an old saying, correct? There's an old saying that if you don't see the con, you're the mark.
That's it, and they're
Yep.
starting to realize it. I think I really do,
Yeah.
guys. And I'm just
Yeah.
the more I push the information and stay calm and just laugh and just ridicule them and laugh at them, like you actually believe
Yeah.
what you're saying. Like you
Yeah,
believe
you
this.
fell for that
Just think
shit.
about
You
you're the
fell
guy
for
that
that
wants to-
shit.
debate from the point of logic, right? I got guys now that won't debate on numbers and information. You can't bring a credible cited source to the table as a representation of backing what your argument is. Because it's fake. All information is
Well,
fake if it doesn't come from
Yeah,
your leader.
and that's the problem, and that's like one of the things out of the fascist playbook is to
Exactly.
tell society that government cannot be trusted. Because I had this argument with a red hat a couple weeks ago, and I told him you can go on this the DHS or whatever website, and it statistically shows, because he's all about brown people are bad, and I'm like, I can show you crime statistics that show that they commit the least amount of crimes in this country.
So you-
And if you
you
actually
trust
want to
the
get rid of
government.
crime in this
Yeah,
country, we
But
should deport
that's
white
immigrant
fucking men.
crime, not good-blooded, red-blooded American
said,
crime.
Well, how do you trust that website? And I'm like, dude, you got conned. There you go. This is why there's a problem, because you don't trust credible information, bro. He got you.
Hey, let me send
Yeah,
out a quick
also,
thank you.
he's playing.
Let me send a quick thank you out to Shaking Me Bones, who came in with a $100 donation and said, "Hey now, Blue Dots, I love you all, lots and lots." Well, baby, we love you back. and this is glad to see you there. I wanted to get somebody in that just came in, never been here before, and we keep an open table here. So, Dr. Andy, are you with us?
You're
You're
muted,
muted up.
Andy. You have-
There you go.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
How you
hey,
doing?
Dr. Andy?
I live in
Well-
California though, and I could tell you that the moment Donald Trump said he's not going to give us disaster, that should just piss me off. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, it should piss every American off, whether it be
It's so-
California or
It
any
is-
other state.
Did it piss all the Californians off, or just a few of them? Is it in the papers? Is it saying that we're being blackmailed?
Oh hell yeah, dude! I mean, they even pissed off that one dude. I'm not gonna give that guy clout or any attention, but it pissed off that one black MAGA dude who mind you, he's pro MAGA,
Go
There's a
figure.
couple of them.
and now
Right.
he's
Yeah, yeah.
upset that his beloved president won't give him disaster aid.
It was
I
great
think
to
there's
see
going to be a
Newsom even
lot
come
of people that are going to, come to a rude awakening very soon. It's not going to take long.
Yeah.
You know,
Did
in-
you
in-
it's
see
like,
the
in
in
dangerous thing?
California,
the
the
dangerous
disaster out in
thing-
California, again, they're trying, the Trump administration is trying to push it off as well. They didn't rake the forest. They didn't take care of it. They didn't conserve the water. They didn't do this. It was a fire that was facing fierce winds that pushed down a fucking mountain. It was Mother Nature that did that. So unless you're willing to,
Well,
go against
we all
God.
here
They
know
don't believe in
that,
climate
John.
change.
We don't follow all that stupid crap. We
Yeah.
don't fall for the story, the lies, the whatever.
Mm.
The
Did you
rhetoric.
see the bad thing he's doing with Mississippi? He started in Mississippi by suggesting having bounty hunters, and
Yes.
then it turns around that he's using a psychological thing where he's giving the people the impression that he's giving them power of police. He's talking about having citizen type
Militias.
militia. Yes,
Yeah,
in every state.
militia.
That's
Oh
just
man, oh, I hate those bastards so much, dude.
that's-
They'll
that's just
harass
saying-
the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
well, he's saying I don't trust the people. I don't trust my citizens.
He doesn't
You know,
trust the
he's-
National Guard because that's what the National Guard is supposed to be used for. Now, my governor's, he's all on board with this shit. He's going ape shit. You got
Well, we
all
got
National
Idaho
Guard. We
National
got
Guard down
military
in
down on the
Silver-
border now. We'll have
Yeah, our
boats
governor's
patrolling
down
there. They have concertina wire out there and the thing again. We're gonna show them. It's
Alligators.
disgusting.
It's all a show, though. It's all a show.
It is.
I could've
It's
done
the
one of
optics
those,
of it. They
man.
want that.
Well,
It
It's
feeds
like,
into
uh,
their
Trump.
rage.
do you
and
think
that's
he'll
what he
build more
sells.
wall? Do you think
Huh?
he'll build more? Do you think
Yes.
he'll build
Are
more
you
wall?
shitting me, Dave? Come on.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Dave.
He's already bragging about getting the materials back that was sitting out there for so long that we were going to auction it off.
Okay,
He's gonna
so
go
how
ape shit
much
on
of
that
it-
wall.
How much did he build before? He didn't build that much before. He only, in
No.
all the 4 years, he only built, what was it, 50 miles in total or something? What? Because he repaired a lot. There was a lot that was broken, but he didn't build a lot of new wall. The money went somewhere, but it didn't go
Oh,
towards.
let's don't look at where the
wall.
money went. Let's don't look at where the money
Well,
went.
Oh,
and they don't
speaking
even
of
have the
wall,
funding. Yeah, I was gonna say
Hey,
they don't
Kurt.
even have the funding for the mass deportations. They don't even have the money for that.
Well, that's how come they're cutting off funding for
you wanna
everything
know
else, probably,
something?
is so he can take the money from there and just do it all with mass deportation. We'll just get everybody that's brown or, other colors out of this nation.
By
That's-
the
you know,
way,
what?
By the way, did that native Indian and the Puerto Rican army vet, were they put back in America, or were they still in Colombia? Because they snapped up a native Indian and they snapped up an army vet.
They were supposed to be back.
that's why Native Americans hate.
There
MAGA.
are Vietnam veterans in Mexico right now that aren't allowed in this country. All right. Let's don't
That's
forget
sad.
that. That is
Right.
sad. It is sad.
Dr. Andy, are you down south, Dr. Andy, towards the border? Or are you up north?
I'm like down south. I live in Los Angeles, California.
Nice, nice.
I got family from Mexico, and I could tell you that you know, We're not fans of MAG over here in where I'm from.
Yeah.
You know,
And I can tell
this
you-
this immigration attack on immigration is gonna you know there are so many
So, sorry.
shit, professions that are impacted by immigration. Home construction and home repair being one of the big ones. You know, this country uses migrant labor all the time. We love it. It keeps the price down. It keeps
Good
the
luck getting
price
an
down.
orange in a couple of weeks. Good luck getting some strawberries in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, yeah.
They're all
Because
up
of this fear. Because of this fear.
I heard because of the ICE things going on right now, the invasions, I'll call them,
Right.
that just in the last 2 days, 75% of the field workers in California did not show up.
and Florida as well. And then just
Yeah.
That's gonna be the
what's
fear
happened, we
factor.
had a big ice storm blow through and freeze all that stuff that was on the vine that hadn't been picked yet. That should have
But the
been picked
workers are afraid to show up. They're hiding. They're
Yeah.
not gonna come out in the
They're afraid
broad
that, you
daylight.
know, ICE is
What's
going to
very
show up, put them in
Hitler-esque.
handcuffs, put them on a C-130, and next thing you know, they're
Yeah.
out of the country.
Right.
We're definitely on the map.
The
Well,
situation is very
see, putting on,
Hitler-esque.
well, that's what we've been saying for the last 7 years, but it's now
This
come to
fire, see some
fruition.
rotten tomato
It is.
fumes.
He's got the power. He's changed the rules. He's circumvented laws. He's tried to
mandate.
fire the. He's the what do you call them? The government police, the inspector generals who keep the government honest.
Yeah.
This is all Nazi. Hitler burned down the Reichstag, and let's move on.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Well,
Oh,
that's the
what's
next
worse,
damn
though,
thing
is
you can
that,
expect. I swear. I came up with
a false
conversation today.
flag.
You might as well burn
A
down
false
the
flag.
damn archives, burn all the documents, burn it all up so nobody knows
Right.
what it says. Because that's
Burn the
what Hitler
books.
did.
Burn the books. Yeah.
Burn the books,
Yep,
baby.
yep.
We'll
But
teach a
there'll
new
be-
America.
There
And
will
it's,
be a
and it's
false
scary
flag.
how many of our fellow Americans are all on board for that shit. That's scary.
It is scary.
It is.
Because every
It
day
is.
it's a new thing. Everything's a new hit to the brain. Everything's a new, yeah, we got to do this. And then 3 days later, you're like, you were just arguing the exact opposite last week.
Yep.
Let me do some quick catching up here. I'm going to do this in a different way. Joseph Martinez came in with a $10 donation and said it's a show because Joe Biden sent more illegal immigrants back home than when Trump. Also, it costs less to fly illegal immigrants back home the old way, not in military airplanes, and that's a damn big thing. And I was glad to see the news pointed that out, or at least MSNBC did. How much it costs for a fucking C-130 for the military to fly down there versus what it would cost to just buy a fucking airplane ticket. It was a show. It made it for an image to sell to a fucking bunch of bloodthirsty pack of. Anyway, TK Benj came in with $5 Canadian. All right. And said there are 31 NATO counted countries without the USA. There are 56 Commonwealth countries. Caution advised. No shit. No shit. But that's what he's after.
Hey, John.
He is after to break up NATO, to do as much damage. I swear he's working for Putin. And let me thank,
Pay no attention
I know.
to it.
yeah, let me thank Silly Bebo, who came in with $2 and said, for my fellow Blue Dots, play the song, please. And Blue Dot Greeter Mark came in with $2 and said, play the song for Fab. So
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you,
Please don't.
bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Just shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
That's-
Bow,
I-
bow.
that song always puts a smile on my face every time I hear
Yeah.
it. Because there's somebody,
What's
I'm
your opinion
thinking
on
of-
Greenland?
huh?
On
What's
Greenland,
your opinion on Trump? Yeah, Greenland. Because they don't like him. There's some that do like him, but there's some Greenlanders that don't like him. But there's some that
Only the ones that got the free hats and the free meal, they like
I
him.
think it's a mute
They're-
point
they're-
whether
they're
people in
homeless.
Greenland want it or not. Then, you know, it's a
They are your allies
they
anyhow.
they are
would have
part of
given
Denmark.
you. They would have given you what you
They are
wanted.
Denmark territory.
You didn't have
and
to do
Denmark's
that.
not going to. Yeah. It's bullshit. It's shit he throws at the wall to get everybody upset. You know, he's threatening to use the military down in Mexico. You know, he's threatening to invade the Panama Canal, I guess, invade Greenland, I guess. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, invade everybody, everybody. You know,
Well, Steve Bannon and Stephen Miller,
There you
just
go.
been talking about this exact same
There
plan
you
for
go.
what, past 3.5 years?
there's the power.
Hmm.
There's
Crazy.
the
He's been
bug in the
quiet.
ear of Donnie right there.
Yeah,
He's
And
been
that's-
quiet, hasn't he?
you guys- Oh yeah, they're in the back writing all this shit up and keeping their
Well,
their
Trying
he
to
doesn't
implement
like
their fucking plan.
you know? They've
he
got him.
doesn't like Elon Musk. He hates Musk.
He's a paranoid old grandpa. Okay, just watch his mannerisms for 2 days and tell me that he's not a paranoid grandpa with Alzheimer's. His dad was Alzheimer's by the time he was 45 years old, guys. His mom was so fucking crazy with dementia and shit in her 30s that she couldn't take care of him, right? Right? He was basically raised by his nannies and then ended up in military school for being a dick,
Yeah.
right? As a young man. And he's never
And
had
how
that
much? How
compassion
did that
in
come? How did that turn out?
He's always had that weasel mind of how to get away with shit and cheat his way through school
Believe me,
and cheat his way through college and into his dad's, good graces. And then his dad's so fucking crazy that he can't even love him. Right?
That's horrible. Have you seen that movie, The Apprentice? With Sebastian
I haven't.
Stan?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I haven't.
I
That's
haven't
my
seen that
standard
movie,
answer.
but I
Somebody
heard it's
says,
good.
"Did you see that movie?"
It,
No.
it turned out good.
No, I didn't see that.
Did you see Elon Musk in Germany yesterday? Not yesterday, day before yesterday. He said he wants to also speak to the Prime Minister of England because he feels the English Channel. This is word for word. The English Channel should be called the George Washington Channel.
Yeah, man. What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, to be kidding me.
No,
Yeah.
that's serious.
Yeah.
He said
Are you
that.
dead ass?
Because somebody told him that as a joke. Now he
John, your video, your
Your
audio
mic is broken.
just gone crazy. You're gonna have to reset.
So
Is-
Ozzy Dave.
If sound had
Yeah, mate.
psychedelic, that's psychedelic.
What's your
Yeah,
opinion on
you got the reverb and the echo going.
Who was
I
asking
have a
me?
lot of
Who called
respect.
out? Who called out my
Me.
name? What's the
Me.
question?
my question is are similar to the politics in the United States.
Oh, nothing like it. Nothing like it. We have a different. We've got the different system in yours, but certainly we don't
there you
have
go.
the marches, the rallies, and all that sort of stuff you have in America. We're a bit like England and most other countries. It's just a low key, unless it's a country with destabilized issues and but it's very low key over here, and if you lose and there's no cheating. It's the most votes that wins. Whoever gets the most votes. There's none of this
Saying
electoral
earlier about the
college.
money, right? You're saying something about the money earlier with the amount that
Well,
you can donate.
we have just introduced into law. It used to be 100,000. I wasn't
Oh.
aware of that, but we've introduced a law
Okay.
now. $20,000 is the biggest donation you can make to a political party. So you have no influence over that party.
That's
And
awesome.
corporations
We need
can't
that type of
buy that.
system in
Yeah,
America.
you do. You do.
Citizens-
You need to stop all these big rallies and crap, and the money you spend on rallies. I mean, I'm amazed how much it costs to become president.
Oh
I mean,
Lord,
it costs $500 million.
Billions.
You know,
big. Yeah.
what
Yeah, you're
could
not
they do
even in
for
the game
people?
unless you the what is it oh, I know the fucking shit. Citizens United.
They,
Citizens United.
Citizens United, there you go.
That's the
That's the whole
law.
deal.
That says
Corporations are
basically
people.
corporations are people too, and you can donate all you. Are you shitting me? That was that right there. That one act turned loose this barrage of politicians that are just bought off, outright paid for it. And you
Yeah.
find most of them in
Exactly.
Congress and in the
Put it
Senate.
this way, guys, the Heritage Foundation alone, right, spent $18.5 billion out of the over 250 billion that went into this game. And when you're talking about trillions of dollars, right, that extra 3 zeros on that game, on that shell game, it's all math.
Yeah.
They barely donated 3%, 3% of their net worth, right, to double their net worth.
Speaking of the Heritage Foundation, I
Huh.
had a substitute teacher once that used to work for the Reagan administration. It's a
Yeah.
long story, but he could tell you about the Heritage Foundation, and trust me, the Heritage Foundation are not a fan of democracy. They
No.
are closeted fascists.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
That was
the
Gingrich
sad
and
part is
back
that's
in
where
the-
most of our Supreme Court justices come from on the right. It's right out of the Heritage Foundation list. That's how Brett Kavanaugh got there. That's how I'm bad on names.
Amy Comey and
The other
and,
two.
Kavanaugh.
Clarence
and
Thomas.
They all came from the
Clarence
Federalist
yeah.
Society list
Yep.
of acceptable
He-
Supreme
and
Court
all the
justices.
guys that pay off the Heritage Society with Harlan
He-
Crow and the guys at the
Clarence Thomas is a weirdo.
Yeah.
Like dead ass.
You talk about
he-
justice
he-
for
he
sale,
likes-
baby. There it is right there. Hey, I want to thank
Well,
Michael
when
K.Y.
you- when you-
Johnson, who came in
Dang.
with a $2 donation and said, "Love my Blue Dot family, be aware, and fuck Donald J. Trump and fuck the GOP." That's what it says. We just report what they say. And I
I agree,
wholeheartedly
man.
It's not the
support that
GOP.
message.
It's not the GOP anymore. It's MAGA.
It's
the
not.
GOP
The
is
Republican
died.
Party doesn't exist in any context, historical context anymore. You can't even call it a conservative party. What we see is what I call the maggot party. It's MAGA. It's Donald Trump. It's alliance to him. Forget the Constitution. Forget the laws. It's whatever Donnie says. And they bought it. And he sold them all the hate that they could eat. And that's what he did. And it's what the sad
his
part of that
followers-
is there are people in our country who live on hate their neighbor, hate the immigrant, hate transgender, hate gays, whatever, hate everybody. And they sell that shit.
scared of a fake boogeyman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Create the
boogeyman,
boogeyman.
We have to fight back, man.
At one of us. Every one of us. You know, I titled this Our Resistance to Trump is Duty. Resistance is duty.
You know.
When
Well,
fascism
Don't let
comes,
MAGA gaslight you,
resistance is
though.
duty. And we're
Yeah,
watching it.
don't let these people gaslight you.
Nope, and I gaslight them right back, and you know.
I want
It's-
to
it's-
just point out also one thing that Trump said yesterday in that news conference. He said that he has fixed the China chip thing, that we were buying chips off China, and he's brought the chip manufacturing now back to America with his big
Yeah,
plan.
the
Biden
chips-
done that. Biden done that 2 years ago. Biden solved, because you were buying the chips off America, all these computer chips. Biden ended up having them manufactured in America. And what's that place you've got there in the middle of the desert? What do you call that place
Which
out
one?
there?
What?
51 or-
Sands or so, where all the sands are. You got a place
Silicon
in
Valley?
Silicon Valley.
Oh,
there you go,
Silicon Valley.
Valley. Yeah, yeah. Biden set that up in Silicon Valley 2 years ago, and Trump is now claiming that he has brought chip manufacturing back to America. I mean, that is something he was not pulled up on. They should have said to
He's
him,
going to take
the
credit for
reporters.
anything that happens.
Exactly.
Every single
as a result of
Republican
anything
against
Biden did. He'll be the first one to take credit
Yes.
for it.
But that's a big thing
Clearly he
Biden done.
does.
It's a very big. They employed 2,000 people in the area. That's a big bang of employment straight away, and a big return of income for the country. And this bastard is out there, and no reporter said Biden did that, not you. That was done 2 years ago.
Oh,
They just
don't
let him
expect the
ramble on.
press to speak up and challenge anything. Not the ones they're going to be calling on now in any press conferences and shit. No, they're starting off with the bottom of the barrel with Breitbart and the rest of that bullshit. They've already said that in the press conference today.
Do you
They're gonna-
think Biden screwed up by not changing the number in the Supreme Court? Because I think it's going to bite you in the ass.
Personally, I wish he would have. I wish he would have gone to 13. Because it
Yeah.
damn well is a stacked deck right now. And imagine the possibility of him having another pick,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
He's going to, yeah.
You know, the big test is going to be what the Supreme Court does, because we already know some of these cases go, you know, the challenge to the 14th Amendment, the challenge of birthright citizenship, you know, it's going to the court. And what is the court going to do with that except uphold the Constitution, the letter of the law? It's written in, what do they call that? Plain English.
Yeah, well, we already heard them tell us that they were going to adhere to standards.
Adhere to standards.
Yeah.
Well, I hope.
Maintain precedent, you know. Yeah. Except for Roe. Anything else
Hey,
that they want
John.
to
Yeah,
Can
and
I ask
any-
you a question?
Sure.
Have you ever gotten into a fist fight with a Trump supporter before?
Yeah,
Where's a
yeah.
question like that come from?
Yeah, yeah.
I definitely am.
They're yeah.
For that very reason
Yeah.
as well.
I try to avoid that. I try to
no other
avoid that
reason
now
than
at any
that.
cost, because I know of one person who carries a weapon on him most of the time for the pure chance that he might get a chance to shoot my ass. And if I give him the opportunity, because he hasn't tried to come down to my house and entice me out in the street to do something, and he's wearing a pistol. So, you know, yeah,
Yeah.
you got to be careful.
You know, Trump could be the first president in your history that is responsible for surrendering the USA to another country for profit. He would be the first one to do that. He would surrender to Putin for a few $1 billion. He'd surrender to anyone, your country.
He'd sell
few
out
$1 billion.
anyone and any.
He already has, guys. Let's not forget the
Yeah.
2016 election, right? With the whole Russia Gate and Russia. He was absolutely 100% guilty of conspiring.
And you can bet your ass everybody that
Really?
investigated him for that is going to be either fired or
All that
investigated themselves, because they're going to get to the bottom of all
Yeah.
that shit.
He had
Yeah,
all that
Well,
more
that's
Yeah.
1,000 people or
He
more.
is, yeah, he's going to use the Justice Department as a tool of revenge. He is going to go
Yeah.
after
Oh, yeah.
everybody that had anything to do with an investigation on him, January 6th, any of his buddies. That's what this is. It's going to be a Justice Department according to what Donnie's justice is. You know, he wants justice for all the injustices that have been done to him.
Did he want
doesn't give a
public
shit.
executions? Wasn't it
Oh.
public executions mentioned a few years ago?
Yes.
Didn't he
We
bring
need
that
to
up?
start our own Justice League. That's what we need to do. We need to start a Justice League
you
or
know,
an Avengers.
join the Discord. Let's hook up and talk over there.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Yeah.
there is something to that. You know, it's going to take we the people.
It is going to
But
take
I
we the
would-
people.
I really think, I truly believe that every day, through all these crazy things he do, that he's losing and will lose MAGA supporters. He maybe not lose the full-blown MAGA nutter, but those
No,
MAGAs that, you know, are in there because they sort of believe Trump and they don't trust the other side, I think they may, you know, come back over the fence. He's not doing himself any favors, I don't think, in respect
more-
of
Do
Well,
I
the
think
people
there are
start thinking-
reasonable conservatives out there still? Yes, there are. Yes, they
Yep.
are.
Yep, definitely.
But
But
they're being pushed out as hard as we are.
it
out
takes the
of-
right
out of-
approach. We're dealing with addicts. Remember, we can't just walk up to the addict and be like, "Hey, you're an addict."
Yeah.
Yeah,
know,
that's right.
Yeah, it's it's going to be hard for some people to back down from supporting him because they've made such a all I have to do is drive down my street. Them signs are still up, baby. Ain't one of them come down, and I expect they're
Well,
going to
when you're
stay up
living
for
at your
a
dealer's house,
long
you can go
ass
to the dealer's
time.
house.
Huh?
That's the easiest place to be is at the dealer's house when you're all strung out.
Just give me one more.
They gotta
just one more.
boycott their businesses.
You know, that's okay, so here's the deal with that. Task Force Butler just filed a $2.5 million lawsuit against the fronting patriots, the Patriot Front, and is collectively basically with the Southern Poverty Law Center taking out that organization
Outstanding.
by doxing these motherfuckers. By
And that's what
calling
it's
them
going to
out
have.
in
That's what
public.
the answer to this
You know,
shit is going to be in the courts. It's going to be in our Congress. That's where it has
Yeah,
to
man.
be. That's
And
where
it's
it
gotta
has
be
to
on
be.
the-
This
on the
can't,
record. On
You
the
show
record.
up on the
I
midterms.
fear it delving into conflict, into physical violence. That doesn't help me. Doesn't help you. Doesn't help anybody. It's not the fucking answer. We got people now that are packing go bags that
That's
are
huge.
that are fearful of violence in the street, violence from right wing nut jobs, vigilantes, whatever you want to call them. I'm
Oh,
sorry, militia.
The left commits more crime.
Well,
How can
all
you-
this militia talk and stuff,
Um,
that comes from, I reckon, from Elon Musk. Because did you see the video of Elon Musk's father being interviewed?
No.
And he said that he basically disowned Elon. He said that when he was in South Africa, he was an active, an apartheid worker, and he's still registered with apartheid. He's a full-blown racist. His father just blew him to pieces. The video I put on the chat, and it just he denigrates his own son. It's scary to think that he's got influence over your president, this sick boy Elon Musk. He's
Yeah.
a sick puppy.
And he does. He has a lot of influence because he has a lot of money. And that's what Donnie pays attention to. Hey, let me send out a great big thank you to our darling in DC, Kay Allen, who came in with a $20 donation and said, "Fight on, people. Tell the truth." And that is the most powerful weapon that we have. That is what's under assault. The basic truth. You control the information, you control the narrative. Then you've got a chance. We have to control the narrative. And the narrative has to be this man is attacking our country, the very people of this country.
Straight
Anyway,
up.
Kate, thank you, baby. I appreciate you so much. Rocking that.
Did
name,
you
by the way,
see
I'm just
the
saying.
Pulitzer Prize people having a go at Trump? Apparently, Trump had a lawsuit or a suit against the Pulitzer Prize people because of they investigated the allegations about the Russia thing, and they gave awards to a couple of reporters that done a wonderful job
Thank
and
you, Jeanette.
exposed Trump's lies and made Trump look like he is. So he was suing them for that. Well, apparently, they have come back and said when Trump was being sued, when he was running for president, he had all those cases put on hold, as shelved, until he wasn't president anymore. Well, the Pulitzer Prize people have come back into court and said, Mr. Trump, we'll deal with this when you're not president anymore because that's what you wanted before. And they've used his own strategy against him and it worked.
Yep.
So they've had to shelve the case until he's not president anymore.
Yeah.
So there's ways of fighting back. But you've got to be clever, we've got to be smart, and we've got to get the information out to those people that need to hear it. And
Well, you
that's
know what
how
I
we got to.
remember is I remember every chance they got, the House Republicans were putting out declarations, whatever you call them, of against everybody, be it Hunter Biden, this, that. So I would
Right.
like to
Yep.
I would like to see them start impeachment proceedings.
Yep.
Um,
Sanctions.
Yeah, the process of bringing the charges, impeachment
Turn the
every
narrative
week.
around.
Every week, file it every week in the House. every freaking week. There's enough there to just do an impeachment about everything.
Yeah, there is.
Just go for it
Every
because they
department-
did
The
it
fight
to
has
us.
Every
to be in
department.
Congress, and our Congress does. The Democrats need to step up and be more forceful. Yes,
Even if
start
it
doing
doesn't- it
play the
doesn't go
same
anywhere.
fucking game they play.
Stand up there and do it, you know? Even if it doesn't go anywhere. Do it every week.
Keep it in the news. Keep it in the news.
You've got to get your hands dirty, guys. The Democrats have been too soft and allowed too much to slip through to the keeper, or through to the catcher. You've got to
Yeah.
be as dirty as they are. You've got to be as dirty. You don't have to be as nasty, but you've got to be factual but dirty.
No,
There you go.
It's
Factual.
WWE shit, right? You just got to call them a different name. You never call them their proper name, right, Davey? Right, Davey? Right, Davey? And you nitpick and you be sarcastic and you just use the WWE tactic and the preacher tone, and then you come in with the big landing with some facts
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
and blow their mind, you know. And it's
I say
Right now, as it determines, a lot of them don't have much of a mind to blow anyway. Anyway, I
Yeah, I was
guess we're
about
going
to
to wrap
say
it up
that.
for the
The-
evening.
Mhm.
I was about to say they're all simple-minded. It shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, well,
Well,
the simple-minded are
sometimes those stone-headed people are the hardest ones to get
are
through.
the
too.
hardest ones to get to. Yeah.
I understand that.
we're at
And,
the
and
show up on
again,
the
I say
midterms,
he
we have to
sells
organize.
patriotism. You know, he sells waving the flag. He sells it on everything he sells. As a matter of fact, shit, his gold coin or whatever. Yeah, he's
He's the
selling it all.
chosen one.
Yeah, he's the chosen one. Yeah, he's selling that line
How
too.
dare he say that? How dare he say
Yeah.
that? When he said that, I was just,
You would think the religious right
right.
would go nuts, but they
Mhm.
didn't.
well, they did, but he had the religious right or left sacked, didn't he? That bishop, where's her position at the moment?
Oh, I don't know, but her position
Well-
was under threat. I don't know
I
what
was
the
gonna
outcome of that is, huh?
Well, there is gosh, do I have it? An address. Send a thank you card to Bishop.
that's
Is
gr-
it Boudet? I'm not
Boudet.
sure how Boudet.
Boudet.
Send a thank you card to her at oh
That's
gosh,
not
if
a
I can-
bad idea. Maybe we ought the next show put that address up
Yeah,
Yeah,
I sent her a
because
thank
she
you
did.
email.
She showed courage
yeah.
and she
She did.
stuck to her values, what good Christians should do from the pulpit. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
No,
kudos to her, big time.
she spoke. She spoke truth.
Truth to power.
yeah,
Yeah.
She spoke truth to power right there.
I'll tell you exactly what I sent her. I just sent her an email yesterday, and I said this. I said, among a sea of cowardice and fear to Donald Trump, you stood up tall and courageously in the face of the danger we are confronted with. And for a moment in time, I saw a man that had all his power taken from him in the face of a divine message, like a vampire to sunlight. To that, I say thank you. I
There
said,
you
may
go.
God
Outstanding.
protect you and hold you in his hand during these tumultuous times. God bless her.
Outstanding.
Well done.
Outstanding.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
Very
She
well done.
deserves it. I mean,
She does. She does.
and now they want to talk about deporting her. What are you talking about? See, these
If
people
he
are
could, he
Antichrist.
would.
They're
If he could, he
Antichrist.
would.
straight
Hey, let me
Stephen
thank
Miller's
D.
mouth when telling them,
McMahon, who came in with a $5 donation just now and
Okay,
said,
there.
we have nothing to lose by standing up for our rights. Nothing to lose except your rights.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't stand up for them, you lose them. And
Hit
this
the
guy
red
wants to
party.
take a lot
I
of
put
them
it in
away,
the
baby.
chat.
Huh?
Hey Kurt,
I
can
put it
ask
in
you a
the
question?
chat. It's Bishop Boudet, Washington National Cathedral, Washington D.C. 20090-8283.
I see that in the chat. You can check that out.
Send her a thank you.
I'm going to do that. I'll take a picture of it, put it on damn Facebook so everybody can see it.
And if you
I'm gonna
also
do
want
that.
to add their email to that as well, the email is mebudd@edow.org.
I can't do that.
Yeah. Someone's calling.
You
me.
know, even the Pope come out and said that Donald Trump is not a Christian, and he's not a nice man. The Pope said that.
Putting it lightly
Yeah.
there, yeah.
Well, Donald
Yeah,
Trump's
well,
probably going
he-
to have the
he
Pope
testified.
deported.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, he doesn't live here. Ah,
Yeah.
rats, spoiled again. If he
Yeah,
could, he would.
The Bible was a hot stove for him at the oath. That's why he couldn't put his hand on it.
Yeah, that's my big problem with the religious right. Kiss my ass. Anyway, we better wrap it up for the evening. I want to appreciate everybody that came by tonight. Dr. Andy, first time in this evening, but we appreciate you coming in. Oh, he's got his headphones. He can't hear me. Anyway,
Yeah,
Kirk.
he's taking a phone call.
Thanks
oh,
again,
it's-
John. I know it's been a while, but I appreciate the roundtable discussion, my friend.
Outstanding. You're welcome at the table anytime, brother. We
All
don't
right.
always get everybody that's got their hand up here, but we try. But
Take care, my friend.
yeah, you bet yourself, indeed. And Sir Fatty,
Always a pleasure.
always a pleasure, always a bucket of knowledge. I appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you, John. You know what? Keep
You're
at it,
on
bro.
top of
It's
your
work
game, and
days
I
to make it
appreciate that.
stronger, right? Keep on it, brother, because we need you just like you need us, and it's all good.
It seems to be a team effort thing.
It's
Yeah,
nice to get
go team.
here. Well, but man, just don't lose hope. You know what? Because
No,
we got the facts
No.
behind us. We just got to use them right. Be louder. Just be louder. That's the
you
whole game.
adapt, you overcome, you move forward. That's what we got to do as a country. That's what I have to do in my personal life. Adapt, overcome, and move
And-
forward. That's not easy to do, but it's something that you have to do. It is a
It's just-
duty to do what we are doing, to have this fight, to stand up for this democracy that he's trying to tear apart. So yeah, Fatty, thank you. I appreciate it, buddy.
Always
And
a pleasure.
Dave,
Yeah, hi. How are
always
you? Thanks
appreciate
for
the
having
voice from
me.
down under, brother. Always appreciate the voice from
Oh,
down
that's
under.
good. That's good. I just want to let these American people know that when you feel like you're alone and you're struggling, we were talking in a chat room yesterday with a member that's struggling with things and felt alone and desolate and was down and out. And I just want to say, for every one of you that feels like that, there's thousands behind you.
Millions, I'd
Meaning
say.
that you're not on your own. You're not on your own. That there's thousands in the world for every American that want what's good for you, and that's not Trump. So you're not on your own.
No, not on
You
your own.
won't be fighting. You won't be fighting anyone. The only thing that's going to happen in the end is Trump's going to be on record as the worst president ever
in history.
Ever.
Ever.
in history.
Ever. This will go down in the history books. But always remember,
Yep.
it's the victors that write the history. So we don't
Well,
have a
you're on the
choice in
right
this.
side
We
of
have to
history.
win this. We are.
That's right.
We are. Dave, I appreciate you, buddy.
Good night.
Good night.
Good
brother.
night, Mr. Chick.
Good night, Dave.
And Miss Chick.
And John,
Thank you, baby.
you're
Thank you.
welcome.
And thank you for the message. I'm sorry I didn't respond. I was in a
That's okay. You don't
Yeah.
have to ever respond. I'm just sending you messages.
I
occasionally.
just appreciated that so much. And it lifted me up a little bit when I needed it. So I appreciate that tremendously.
Good deal.
Anyway, all that other mushy shit.
Oh, mushy,
Yeah,
mushy.
yeah, mushy shit. Anyway.
Speaking of mushy, mushy, I
What?
missed one the other day. I was going to call it out on Sunday, and we didn't have a show. But J.K. Lustig sent $5, and it was a happy birthday $5.
Oh, well,
Oh. Yeah.
thank you very much.
And
Yeah,
whilst I was there looking at the comments, there was lots of happy birthday wishes from Switzerland and South Africa and Australia and all over the world.
All of us. All of us.
Send blue love to you, John. They were sending
Uh,
blue love.
That just makes me smile so big because we are. It's not just here in the United States. This show and others are watched by the world because that's what it is. It's a universal community. It's a world community. That's what this has done. That's what the good part of the internet is. That
Well,
it
and we're
brings
not
us.
we're not beholden to any, network or anything like that. We're just talking and speaking our mind
That's it.
and how we
That's
feel
it.
about things.
This is just a round table, and anybody's
Yeah.
welcome to come in here and sit down and get in the conversation.
Come on
So-
into Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and our Discord channel, which I can't say enough about. That is a great place for everybody. We all meet in there. There's book club. There's different pages in there that you could put anything in there that you could imagine, from your recipes to deep thoughts or
Well,
whatever.
and just the other day, Jane just one put in this fantastic thing on how to make hydroponic garden stuff. It's like, well, cool.
The things that might come in handy, might
It
come in
will.
handy.
It
As a
will.
matter of fact, there's a lot of people saying if you got a room, plant a garden, baby. Do
Yeah.
whatever you can to survive what's coming. If
Yeah.
it ain't going to be the cost of living, it's going to be worse. So that'll get you. Anyway, Miss Chick, you got anybody else you want to call out?
I do. We had some blue dots on Facebook that shared their shit.
I appreciate them sharing our shit. So
I
who
know,
are
I
these
do
shit
too.
sharers?
Well, there's Jana Lee P. from Minnesota, Shirley G. from Illinois, Brent M. from Oregon, Rashid A. from DC, Yvonne J. from South Carolina, and Thoyd L. from California. They all shared this shit.
Outstanding. They all shared that shit. And you know what?
Mhm.
That just makes this family grow.
It does.
And
And it has.
It has. It has.
Ah.
And we ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. We're big in the fight.
Dr. Andy
Hey,
down in SoCal.
let me thank Crescent Compay. I hope I said that right. Came in with a $10 donation just now and said, "Hiya, John. How you doing? Thanks for you running streaming. Really need some friendly vibe. What a messy day. Indeed it was. Hold on to your britches. That's just today. Oh, stay tuned for tomorrow. There's no telling what the fuck. Anyway,
Page two.
uh,
Hey,
again,
John,
I just, yeah.
what's your opinion on the Department of Education being demolished? Because I have family members that work in education.
Buddy, everything's going to be demolished if he has his way. And Andy,
Yeah,
thank
well-
you for coming in, by the way. You were muted up on a phone call there while we saying our goodbyes. So we appreciate you coming in. Don't be a
Come
stranger,
back
bud.
again.
Yeah.
I have two aunts that are teachers though. One works in a public school, and the other one works in private school,
Hmm.
Jewish
Hmm.
private school. But
Private
the
school is
school is run by Zionists.
Good
This
for
is
that.
gonna-
It blocks that legislation, at least for now, with a couple of the state Supreme Courts that have blocked it. So it'll at least impede the implementation of withholding funding. But both my
Right.
daughters are teachers, and both my daughters also just had babies. And Medicaid and Medicare and all that stuff being on the block, like, this is why I'm in the game. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't care about what
I
happens
think
to
that's
me.
why we're all in the game.
But I also
Anyway.
care about what happens to my neighbor, and they happen to be Republicans.
I happen,
Right?
I
And we
do
vote for
too.
both sides.
I wave at the some
Right, we
bitches
vote
every
for
damn
both
time
sides.
I come in and out of here. What do
I
get
happen to want
word?
them to be
That's what I do.
educated too. Go figure.
Yep.
It's all right.
And heard, and be,
Don't let their conduct
help
determine yours.
Right.
Be true to who you are. Hey,
Yep.
oh shit.
Ah.
I was gonna say something.
You
important.
forgot, squirrel.
I forgot what it was.
Okay.
Shit. It'll come to me right
Join
after we end the
Discord,
damn
join
show.
Patreon, smash the like button, smash that subscribe.
Smash
ring
all that
bell.
shit down there. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff down there.
And tell
we
the people when
appreciate.
we're going to be back, John.
Huh?
Tell the people when we might be back.
We will be back on Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so we'll be back here on Thursday for another Blue Dot family meeting. Again, I want to emphasize how much that I have leaned on this family. Y'all all know that I'm going through some difficult times, and it has been the love of this family, the support of this family that has helped me get through this shit. And like I said, I'm not the only one going through some hard times. I could tell you names. I have them in my head. One of them shares my shit every day. She already shared it already. I know.
Yes.
Yep.
Doesn't live an easy life.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to leave you with these words. LD said in the comments, if you think 45 was bad, 47 will be way worse. There you go, baby. Words to pay attention to. Anyway, I do. I love all you. Thank you for being here. And we'll be back on Thursday. And we'll do this shit again. And
Donate
we'll
to
keep
the
doing it.
LCAU.
Huh?
Yeah, buddy.
Thank the LCAU.
The
They got that
ACLU?
shooting Trump right. Yeah, donate to them.
Oh, yeah. Outstanding. Outstanding.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, to everybody saying, Irene, I love you too. LD, uh, Rebecca Kimball, Woke Mike, and Jacob. Happy enough. Thank you all.
Mike,
Don Cheeto, I love you, brother. It is hippie
Good
time.
night, John Boy.
Good night, Mary Ellen. I love y'all. Y'all take care of yourself, and we will see you all again on
the man. The man. Last year, I spent more money on spilt liquor